bitch. Y'all whole sweet. Shout out to my sister from another Mr. T.S. Madison, BK, aka the big dick bitch, and all that good shit. Y'all know I have to pay homage whenever I use somebody's quote saying or whatever. I have to pay homage to them. But anyway, shout out to her. But as y'all can see from the title of this video, I asked y'all on my Facebook page if you would like to hear a story about when I snuck this technically grown ass man into my madre's and my father's house when I was 15 years old. Now, I do want to give a little bit of a disclaimer to my mother, okay? Just in case my sister or my cousin just so happened to show her this video, don't you dare, okay? Leave my mama off the internet. Don't you dare, because I know y'all watch my shit. But just saying, okay? Mom, if you just so happen to get a hold of this video, this happened 15 years ago, girl. 15 years ago, we are okay. Everything is gravy. Everybody's still alive. Nobody's in jail. So, madre, please, okay? Have y'all ever, before I get into the story, y'all know how, if you're new to my channel, if you just so happen to be watching my channel, just know that we go through a couple of rabbit holes before we even get to the motherfucking story. Just stick with me, okay? Stick with me, because it's going to be worth it. Y'all know how back in the day, y'all probably did some old fucked up shit, and you might be 40 years old now. You might still be scared to tell your mama or your daddy what the hell you did back in the day. Just don't show my mama this shit. My daddy dead and gone. He died 2 years ago. He went to the grave without knowing this, okay? Let my mama live out the rest of her long life, okay? Without knowing this bullshit, okay? She ain't on the internet. You don't need to be pulling her on to the internet, okay? Moving on. Anyway, I want y'all to know, I was 15 years old. Like they said, I say this all the time in my videos. People always say, the Lord, he watches over babies, old folks, and fools, okay? And I was a straight up fool back then, allowing this Negroid to come to my mom and daddy goddamn house. Because let me tell you, my daddy ex-military, okay? He would have killed this motherfucker, okay? Been sitting up in the BA hospital or Bryce or wherever the fuck mental institution they would have put his ass in. They would have put his ass in there, and that would have been all she fucking wrote. Because he would have killed him, straight up, and that, I mean, straight up murder. That's what it would have been if he would have caught this son bitch. But anyway, let me tell you guys about the fucking story. Again, I was 15 years old. Now, back in the day, I'm pretty sure those of you who are over the age of 25, 30, okay? But then again, I'm say 30. Those of you who are over the age of 30, I'm 30 years old, okay, girl? Back then, we had internet. We had really just started getting internet. We probably had it probably 2 or 3 years. We did, anyway. And it wasn't no Wi-Fi back in the day. We didn't have Wi-Fi. We had that fucking dial-up shit. So when you have dial-up, can't nobody use the phone, okay? So, that's null and void. And then nobody back then, we had cell phones, some big bulky ass cell phones, but wasn't nobody really into cell phones and things like that either. So we had to dial up. And y'all already know how I told y'all about my self-esteem issues and things back then, how I was bullied, and girl, I didn't like to leave the fucking house. I was a fucking hermit, okay? I stayed inside because I was bullied and I felt some type of fucking way. I didn't like to be around other people, and plus I have social anxiety. So I used to do, especially when we started being introduced to the internet, I started being on the internet a lot, okay? A lot. And I remember meeting this dude on the Yahoo chat thing. Y'all, I don't know if you guys are avid internet users back in the day, but y'all remember back in the day how you had this Yahoo chat shit to where you can get on a microphone and actually talk to people from around the fucking world, and it was low-key kind of fun. And I had a lot of internet friends back in the day. I really did. And I don't remember what room and all this shit we was in, girl, it was 15 years ago, but I distinctly remember that it was the Yahoo chat room. And you know how it has your location and things like that, and you can go into certain rooms where you can converse with people who are in your general area, not your immediate area, but your state or your city or whatever. And I went into this chat room, and I was just sitting in there, and I don't remember what I was doing, to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit in there and sit here and pretend like I know verbatim what I was doing in this chat room. I don't remember. I distinctly remember that it was one of the chat rooms for my specific area, you know, state or whatever. So I went into the chat room and just sitting in there from what I can remember. And you know how you get the little pop-up that somebody has sent you a private message. So this dude sends me a private message. He was like, oh, you're cute or whatever. And I'm like, okay, thank you. But I look and I see that this dude's age, I think if I remember correctly, I know he was between 25 and 30, somewhere up in there. I don't remember exactly his age verbatim, but I know he was between 25 and 30 years old. So, of course, I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck this old ass dude talking to me for? But I still was conversing with him, just chatting back and forth with him. Now, From that point on, me and this dude had talked for probably, I don't know, probably a week or two. Okay, just back and forth. I'm talking about I would get out of school, literally run to the computer so I can get on this Yahoo Messenger to see if this dude is on there. Okay, so we can have conversations. And one particular day, this guy's like, how about you let me come see you? Because like I said, we were in the same general area, not the same city, but we were in the same state. And he lived probably, I think he said, if I remember correctly, it was probably 2 hours away. It was a good little bit of ways away from me now. Don't get me fucked up. It was a good amount of ways away from me for him to just be traveling to see somebody who's 15 years old. Okay. Now, mind you, my age was clearly on there. I wasn't on the internet pretending to be a grown ass fucking woman. And the reason why I'm telling this story is to bring awareness to adults, people out there with children, to watch what your children are doing. Not saying my parents weren't watching me, because girl, I mean, when I tell you, they would assume that I wasn't doing a goddamn thing, because girl, I didn't go nowhere. I didn't do shit. Okay. I didn't do a damn thing but sit on that fucking computer. That's really all that I fucking did. He was like, come see. I was like, for what? You know, like, what the fuck you want to come see me for? He was like, we just gonna watch a movie. And I'm like, watch a movie? I'm like, I live with my mom and my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking about? Come watch a movie, Negro. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, motherfucker, you 25, 30 years old. My mom and dad ain't finna let you come to my damn house. I'm not watching no fucking movie for what? My daddy is crazy, y'all. Let me tell you, my daddy used to scare us. Okay. Not intentionally, but my daddy is one of those types of fathers. He used to put fear in us. Not like, oh, I'm scared of my daddy, but he used to say little shit like, you bring him here, I'm gonna shoot him. Like, just in a joking manner. But I used to be scared to bring dudes around my daddy, for real, because my daddy will sit there and he will let motherfucker, if he don't like you, he gonna let you know he don't motherfucking like you. And I knew damn well no grown rusty ass man was finna come to his house just all willy-nilly and shit. He was like, well, I'm gonna come at night. He's like, what time they go to sleep? And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? Like, this nigga is seriously trying to get me to invite him over to my mom and daddy house while my mom and daddy are fucking here. So I'm like, they go to sleep roundabout, because my back in the back day, let me tell y'all a little bit. I gotta here's one of those rabbit holes. If you're new to my channel, like I said, if you're new to my channel, we go in a lot of rabbit holes. Back in the day, my father, it was so flipping funny. My father used to sleep so hard. Me and my little brother, while he sleep, we used to slap him in the face. Pow, pow. He'd be like, never wake up. Never wake up. Because my mom used to make the joke, like, if the house catch on fire, he gonna be a blinked up motherfucker. Because we could not wake my daddy up for shit. He slept just that fucking hard. So I knew when my father went to sleep, he was asleep. Period. Sleep. I'm talking about sleep. This is how I know this whole little situation. It was God's way of being like, no, I'm not about to put you in this situation, okay? So this is how I know this was a but God situation. Because my daddy, I just had to give y'all that little bit of a backstory, because this is going to play into the story later on. My daddy always slept like a fucking log. When he went to sleep, he didn't wake up until the next morning, okay? Always. And my mom was the same way. When she went to sleep, she was not getting up. Just saying. So he was like, I'm gonna come over there while they sleep. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool. And the crazy part, the even crazier part about this, the way my mom and dad's house is set up. My daddy built this house from the ground up. Not him personally, but he drew up the blueprints and all this stuff and built the house from the ground up. The way he designed the house is the windows are so low to the ground. So if we did want to sneak out, I never snuck out the house, but if we did want to sneak out, we could have, because the windows, all you had to do, me being 5'2", I could just step out the window and be on the ground. That's how low to the ground the windows were. But he was like, I'm just gonna come over, you can sneak me through the window. And I'm thinking to myself, motherfucker, what? So to be brutally honest with you, I'm low-key believing this dude. Like, he about to come over here, we about to watch movies while my mom and daddy sleep. So me being a fucking idiot, of course I give this dude my address. He was like, okay, I'm gonna put it into my GPS. I'm like, well, how I'm gonna know you here? I ain't got no fucking cell phone, nothing, okay? I have no cell phone. And I'm like, you cannot call the house phone this late at night. It's damn 12, 1 o'clock at night. You cannot call my mom and daddy house phone, because when the phone ring, you gonna wake them up, okay? So he's like, okay, he said, what I'm gonna do is, he said, you just have the phone by you, and when it ring, you pick it up. Now, even more backstory. Back then, y'all know we had them goddamn cordless phones. So if a person called your phone on them cordless phones, you got to make sure you have the phone in your hand. I don't give a fuck where if you got to go use the bathroom, wherever you go, you have that cordless phone in your hand. That way, if you get a phone call, you need to before the other phones ring. So you get that one little before the ring get all the way out. You need to be pressing answer. Just saying. So that's how this shit happened. Gave this dude my address. Hour or two later, okay? I don't, like I said, I'm guessing in my head, and I don't remember the exact amount of time. I know it seemed like for fucking ever that it took this dude to get to my house. I'm sitting up like, oh my fucking God. My mom and daddy, they sleep at this particular point, okay? They sleep at this point. Now, let me tell y'all something even more motherfucking crazy. It had literally just rained. Remember, we had only been living in this house for, couple of months. It was a fairly brand new house. We had only been living in there for a couple of months, so it's a fairly brand new house. And we lived right on the main highway. So it's a main highway, but the entrance to our home was like a dirt road. Now, mind you, it had just like stormed previously. I don't know if it was earlier that day or the day before. I don't exactly remember what day it rained. All I know is it had rained. So the road was extremely muddy. The road leading into our house. So hour or two later, I get a phone call. Of course, I pick it up real quick. He's like, I'm out here. I'm like, oh shit. Now I'm showing up scared because I'm not really thinking this motherfucker really coming to see me. I'm stupid, mind y'all. Keep in mind, I'm 15 years old, and this is how a lot of children get in trouble. Seriously. This is how a lot of children get in trouble. I want y'all to keep in mind, I was 15 years old. I was very, very stupid to do this because this could have very easily turned out to be something extremely dangerous and extremely deadly for me and this dude. Okay, just saying. So he calls me. He was like, I'm out here. He had parked on the other side of the road because there was a park on the other side of my mom and dad's house. He had parked over there at that park. He was like, I'm out here. He was like, what you want me to do? I was like, I guess walk over here. You know what I'm saying? Walk over here. My mom and dad, they still in the room, sleep with the door closed. So he comes walking down this fucking dirt fucking road. Now, mind you, the road is muddy as fuck. And this dude got on some big ass fucking boots. So instead of me telling this dude to take your boots off, I'm not fucking thinking. I open up the garage door. Thank God back then they didn't have no alarm system. Because right now my mom has an alarm system. And anytime you open any door in the house, it says garage door open extremely loud. Like whatever door you open, it says it extremely loud over the alarm system. So bitch, thank God back then they didn't have that shit. But anyway, I opened the garage door. Now, mind you, that could have been deadly right there. I never met this dude before. Only been talking to him for 2 weeks on the internet. Okay. So I opened the door and he comes inside. He's like, I was like, follow me. I closed the door real softly. I was like, follow me. I guided this dude into my bedroom. Into my motherfucking bedroom. Mind you, a dude I had never fucking met before in my fucking life. And this was a grown ass fucking man. We were in the room all of 30 seconds. Okay. 30 fucking seconds. And this is how I tell you guys, but God, okay? But God. Next thing I know, family, 30 seconds, we're in this fucking room, okay? I turn around, this dude is literally about to pull down his fucking pants, okay? He's literally about to pull down his fucking pants, but before he got a chance to unbutton his fucking pants, I saw the light flick on in my mom and dad's room. Bitch, when I tell you my fucking heart dropped into my asshole, okay? My heart dropped into my asshole. Just fucking saying, bitch, I don't know if you ever had a near-death moment. My heart dropped into my fucking ass. And all I said before that nigga had a chance to even fucking breathe, I said, you better get in this motherfucking closet. Just like that, okay? I said, you better get in this closet. And I said, you better not make a fucking sound. I mean, I literally told this dude, you better get in your closet and you better not make a fucking sound. Then next thing I know, the light in my mom and dad's room was still on. This dude is in the fucking closet, mind you. My mom proceeds, I don't know if she heard me or what it was, but she comes out. She didn't turn on the light in the hallway or nothing. She just came out of the room and she opened my door. And this is something even more crazy. I noticed this. My little brother had a lock on his door. I didn't have no fucking lock. Now, they told me that it was just a coincidence that my room didn't have a lock on it. But my brother's room had a lock. I think they did this shit on purpose so they can like spy on me or whatever. I don't know, but they said it wasn't on purpose. But my mom, she comes open my door. She was like, what you doing up? I was like, I can't sleep like that. She was like, okay. So she go back in the room where my dad is and they are in their family. Mind you, this is how I know it's a but God. My mom and dad never wake up in the middle of the night. Ever. Especially my daddy. Especially my daddy. Don't wake up at all until the next morning. Period. They are in there having a full conversation in the bedroom at damn 2 o'clock in the fucking... Just having a conversation, just talking. Just random conversation. So they just randomly woke up in the middle of the night having a fucking conversation. And all of a sudden I hear my dad say, I'm hungry. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This dude talking about he is fucking hungry this late at night. Mama, I don't know how the fuck my mom did this shit. My mom came from the room, okay, walked to the kitchen without turning on neither one of the lights in the house. I don't know if she was making a damn sandwich just from the light in the refrigerator or what she was doing, but she didn't turn on any lights in the whole entire house, okay? Family. The whole time this dude is in this fucking closet, okay? This shit went on for, I know, at least 30 to 45 minutes that they was in there having a conversation, talking, and my daddy eating and shit, just kikiing, all this type of shit. 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, girl. 2 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. Then all of a sudden I see the light flick off. So of course I pretend like I'm going to the fucking bathroom because I don't want to just tell this dude, get the fuck out of this fucking closet before, you know, my daddy catch your ass or whatever. So of course I pretend like I'm going to the bathroom to make sure that they're sleeping. It ain't no motherfucking trick. You know what I'm saying? Like they know some shit going on and they just trying to trick me like they done went back to sleep. So I pretend like I'm going to the fucking bathroom and I notice that they really are sleeping. The door's closed again. So at this time I run back in the room and I tell this dude, I said, get your shit. I said, let's go. Okay. So of course he gets his fucking shit and he goes to run out of the fucking house. Okay. We moving kind of slow. Now, mind you, I told y'all that it had just fucking stormed. I don't know what the fuck possessed me to do this shit. But after I get this dude to the garage door, let him out the fucking garage door, lock the door back, of course I go in and my fucking heart beating like a motherfucker. Boom, 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 boom. Because I'm thinking to myself, literally, this was just, I mean, this could have ended way worse. Number one, this dude could have been dead. Because if my daddy would have caught him, he was going to be deceased. Okay? My daddy was going to shoot and kill him with no remorse. Okay? None. Just fucking saying. I don't know what possessed me to do this. I proceed to turn on the light in the living room because at this point, I'm feeling like the fucking coast is clear, okay? The coast is motherfucking clear. I turn on the light. This dude, mind you, I told y'all that it just got done storming. My mother's brand new carpet. This dude, it was mud. Now, mind you, he had on some fucking Timberland boots or whatever kind of boots it was some fucking boots. This dude had tracked mud through the garage, through my mother and daddy's kitchen, through the living room, down the hallway, into when I tell you a trail, straight to this motherfucker. Which, if my mama would have flicked on that light, she would have saw the trail of this nigga boots leading from the garage straight into my fucking bedroom. When I turned on that light and saw all that fucking mud on my mama's brand new fucking carpet, bitch, I grabbed that damn vacuum so fast and just started vacuuming the floor before my mom and dad had a chance to wake up. Now, my mom, she did end up waking up. She said, what you vacuuming for? I said, I weighed something. Of course, she probably knew that was a fucking lie, but she couldn't really tell. I mean, thank God it was that it had dried up a little bit, so it wasn't like real watery mud. And the carpet in my mom and dad's house is green, so it wasn't really showing. Thank God it wasn't like no brown. Girl, it would have been fucked up, let me tell you. And it was that fucking red dirt, okay? It was that fucking red dirt. And thank God my mom and dad they got a Kirby, girl. Had that Kirby for I don't know how many fucking. Thank God they had a Kirby and it was real powerful and it picked up that fucking mud. Otherwise, it would have been a straight trail from the garage through the kitchen, through the living room, down the hallway, straight into my fucking bedroom, straight into the motherfucking closet, girl. That ain't even the fucking kiki. Okay, so I done already told y'all how this dude got my mother, told me to, convinced me to give him my fucking address so he can come over and watch a movie. But when he got in my fucking room, 30 seconds in, this nigga was proceeding to pull down his fucking pants. But before he had the chance to pull down his fucking pants and try to do whatever the fuck he was gonna try to do, the light in my mother and daddy's room flicked on, bitch. And I told this nigga to get in the fucking closet. Stayed in there for a good 30, 45 minutes to an hour, however fucking long it was. I wasn't counting fucking. All I know is I was sweating motherfucking bullets, okay? After that, my mama done fixed my dad a damn sandwich. They ended up talking for another 30, 45 minutes. I done finally snuck this nigga out the fucking house. After I snuck him out the house, I guess I feel like the coast is clear. I done flicked on the light and see this fucking trail of fucking mud that this nigga done put on my mama carpet, girl. Bitch. Okay, so after I done vacuumed the floor and all this shit, I'm thinking, okay, whew, coast is clear. This nigga is gone. I done vacuumed the floor. My mom and daddy, they are never the wise, okay? They never knew that this motherfucker was in the goddamn closet in my bedroom, y'all. The very next day. The very fucking next day. Now, this is the part that's really gonna make you fucking gag. The very next day, I get a phone call, okay, from a weird ass fucking phone number. I just so happen to pick up the phone. Don't know how I'm the reason. I'm the person that picks up the phone. I guess this person just so happened to call at the right fucking time to where I'm the one that picked up the phone and not my mom and dad. I pick up the phone and it's a female. She was like, do you know such and such? I don't even remember the nigga name, to be honest with you. I can't tell you what this motherfucker name is for shit. But she was like, do you know such and such? And I'm thinking to myself, yeah. She was like, well, that's my husband. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm thinking to myself, bitch, I'm 15 years old. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, what the fuck? What's really going on? She was like, I hope you didn't have sex with him because he gave me chlamydia. I was like, chlamydia? What the fuck is that? Of course, at the time, I'm like, what the fuck is chlamydia? Okay, he gave me chlamydia. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, but I didn't have sex with him. So, of course, I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck ever? It really don't matter to me if he gave you fucking chlamydia. I mean, of course, I'm thinking to myself, that's low-key fucked up because I could have had chlamydia. Okay, I could have had chlamydia. Then I would have had to tell my mother that I snuck this grown-ass fucking man in the house and this dude gave me chlamydia. Now, I do want to, focus that on my mouth, girl. I don't know what the fuck that was. But anyway, I do want to, and it's still there. Girl, I exfoliated my fucking mouth yesterday, and that shit is still fucking peeling. I don't understand why. But anyway, of course, I'm telling her I didn't have sex with this dude, etc., etc. So you straight, okay? If he gave you chlamydia, I'm sorry about that. But whatever. Now, I guess this woman knew I was a young motherfucker. She was like, I'm gonna tell your mom and daddy. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? What if this girl called back and she speak to my mom and dad? So every time the fucking phone rang, I was so motherfucking scared. That ain't even the even crazier part. I don't know if the next day, it had to been a weekend or something. It had to have been a weekend because I distinctly remember the very next day. And that's why I tell y'all, this is what you call but God moments. The very next day I walked outside. My dad used to always park his truck in the garage. Tell me why this dude had dropped his driver's license directly next to the door of my dad's truck. So if my daddy went to open his truck and get in his truck, he would have clearly saw this man's driver's license face up, okay, next to his fucking truck. Now, of course, he probably would have thought to himself, did somebody try to break in our shit? It probably would have, girl, it would have been a hot shitty ass miss. But this dude, I walked outside in the garage. This dude had dropped his driver's license face up right next to the door of my daddy's truck. Okay, right next to the door of my daddy's truck. So this is, girl, this is like too fucking coincidental. This is why I say the Lord wanted this motherfucker to get caught, number one. But he looked after babies, fools, and old folks. And I was one of them goddamn fools back then. Thank God I did not lay down and have sex with this dude. Thank God that my daddy didn't catch this dude. And thank God, thank God all of this shit happened. My mom and daddy woke up, which they never do in the middle of the night, okay? Now, let me tell y'all the even more crazy kicker. A couple days later, this motherfucker come calling my phone, the dude this time, talking about, did I leave my license over there? I'm like, yeah, you left your driver's license. I said, I threw that motherfucking shit in the garbage can, girl. I threw it in the motherfucking trash can. He was like, you better mail me my driver's license or I'm going to report you to the police. I said, well, motherfucker, how about you go ahead and report me to the police that you're a grown-ass fucking man that came to see a 15-year-old girl in the middle of the fucking night. This dude hung up on in my motherfucking face. Hung up in my goddamn face, y'all. And that was the last I heard of his motherfucking ass, okay? That was the last I heard of this man. Thank God he wasn't no serial killer or nothing like that. Now, if that ain't some motherfucking creepy shit, I don't know what is. So that's what the fuck happened. Let me give y'all a little bit of a rundown of a synopsis of this shit again, girl. So in case y'all, anybody missed any motherfucking thing, I'm about to give you a rundown of it again. Met this dude on Yahoo Chat, okay? Yahoo Chat, whatever the fuck the shit is, okay? Talking to this dude on the microphone for about 2 weeks, however fuck long it was. This motherfucker convinced me to give him my address so he can come over to my house talking about to watch a movie. 30 seconds in to him sneaking into my motherfucking house, this motherfucker proceeds to try to pull down his fucking pants. But while he was doing that, the light in my mother and daddy's bedroom flicks on, okay? With two people who never wake up in the middle of the night. That's why I say but God moment, okay? This motherfucker, I proceed to tell this motherfucker, you get your ass in this goddamn closet and don't you make a motherfucking peep. My mama proceeds to go and make my father a sandwich in the dark, okay? Which is, like I said, that's what you call but God, because the Lord didn't want my daddy to go to jail over no fuck shit, okay? Proceeds to make my daddy a sandwich in the fucking dark. She take it back in there, he eating the shit. They sitting up talking for another 30, 45 minutes. The whole time this motherfucker is in the goddamn closet, okay? I just so happen to see the light cut off. I run to the fucking bathroom to pretend like I'm going to the bathroom to make sure they sleep and it ain't no motherfucking trick. I notice they are asleep with the door closed, so I tell this nigga, look, get your shit, let's go. proceed to escort him out of the garage quietly, come back in, cut on the light, and I noticed this motherfucker done tracked his goddamn muddy ass boot prints into my fucking bedroom. Okay, girl? So I'm up in the middle of the night, back in the floor. My mama just so happened to wake up after I was done. What the fuck are you doing? I weighed something, okay? Number one, what the fuck are you doing up? But she never did ask me that question, okay? Then 2 days, however many days later, this motherfucker's wife called me and said, I hope you didn't have sex with such and such because he gave me chlamydia. Of course, me being 15, I didn't know what the fuck chlamydia was. So I'm like, no, ma'am, I didn't have sex with him. So, no. She was like, I'm going to tell your mom and daddy. Girl, I was praying that she didn't, but she never called back. Couple days later, I see this motherfucker driver license. Well, not a couple days. The next day, I saw this motherfucker driver license next to my daddy's truck. Okay, a couple days later is when he come calling me, asking me, do I have his driver license? I said, yes, I threw that shit in the garbage can. And that's when he gonna tell me that he's gonna call the goddamn police if I don't send him his driver's license back. I said, go ahead and call him, motherfucker. Why are you calling him? Make sure you tell him that you came to see a 15-year-old girl at night. Okay, and he hung up in my goddamn face, and that was the last time I heard or seen his motherfucking ass in my motherfucking life. Y'all, my mama, disclaimer, I do not, okay? My sister and my cousin, if you just so happen to see this goddamn video, just know that we are okay. I am okay. I did not lay down with this man. We didn't have no kind of sex or nothing like that. Everybody's okay, okay? I didn't do it. Matter of fact, I didn't even lose my big V until I was 21 years old. Not that y'all need to know that motherfucking shit, but I'm just saying, okay? I'm just letting y'all know how children can get in very dangerous situations really, really quickly, okay? Creepiest online dating situation ever. That's the story time for your motherfucking ass.